Hello, guys. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. My laptop just crashed. It was overheating. I didn't even know. It just went off. No, Dubai is a very hot country, and having different things turned on a laptop just made it overheat. So I will just have to rush up some of the things I've said again because I'm starting afresh again. So yeah, I was recording, but then that one that turned off is made me to start again. So, but up till now, I you guys understood the very few basics I said already, right? Okay, let me start again. I said that in today's session we'll be talking about how to create models, but this time around using the edit mode. From the last section, we did the same thing, but using just object mode. We didn't go to the edit mode. And I said, in order to switch to the edit mode, you just have to come to this part. You can see my screen, right? So from this part where we can see the edit mode, object mode, we just click on it and pick the edit mode. I hope guys you can see. Hello? Okay, and I said the shortcut is the tab button. So if I'm clicking on the tab, you can see me toggling between the objects and the edit mode. And also, I took out time to explain the different types of modes that we have here. Someone is joining. So also, I told you guys about the different views the different types of modes that we can have here, and I gave a very nice example using the graphics, and I said that the smallest element in graphics is what? Who can remind me that? A dot, right? A dot or a point. And we said that when two points connect, it forms a what? So we said that this is dots or points. So when we connect 2 points, what are we gonna get, guys? A line, right? So, and now we now say that if we connect more than 2 points, 2 or 3, we get what? A shape. And this shape is called what? Yeah. So the smallest element is the dot. And I said in 3D, we call it, instead of dot, we call it a vertex point. A vertex point. And we call this line in 3D, what do we call the line? Who can tell me, guys? So for the line, we call it edge, an edge. Then for this square here, we call it a face, a face. Now you can see the different types of mode that we have in Blender. So in order to switch between these modes, you just have to come to this point here. You can see, can we all see this? So the first one being the vertex select, the second one being the edge select, and the last one being the face select. And if I should click on my vertex select, you notice that the only thing I can be able to select are vertices. I can only select the points. Now, if I go to the second option, then I'll be able to select the lines. And if I go to the last option, I'll be able to select the faces. And the shortcut for all these things is, for the vertex is 1. If I press 1, I'm on my vertex select mode. If I press 2, I'm on my edge select mode. And if I press 3, I'm on my face select mode. I hope we are all clear up to this point. No question, right? So I said if you press one, one will take you to the vertex select mode. Then if I press two, two will take me to the edge select mode. And if I press three, three will take me to the face select mode. And then if I want to select multiple, let's say for instance, I want to select multiple face, then I'll just have to hold shift on my keyboard to select it. Cool. Now, the next thing I would want to introduce to you guys after the select mode is what we call the insert. So if I have something like this, if I press I, it will insert it inside. See? If I come to this part again, letter I, yeah, letter I. So either I press letter I or I come to this part here. I come to my toolbar. You can see it here. So it's the same thing like pressing my I. You can see. So I can do that, then adjust it here from. Cool. So this is the insert faces in from my toolbar. But for now, just ignore the insert face. When you guys will need it, I will introduce it. So just ignore it for now. Let's continue with what we are doing. Now, we all know how to select faces, right? I hope that's clear on selecting face. Okay. Now, the next thing I want us to do now is, from what we did in the previous class, I want us now to, if I select this face, I can now come here and pick my move tool. Now with my move tool, I will just move that particular face up to make it slim. Now this is me creating the tabletop. I can also come to this part, select this face, then push it in. You can see I've already succeeded in creating a tabletop already. Yeah, this is far better than the other one. But then you have to learn one before two. He said? Yeah. I wanted you to gain ground. You need to get foundation. Obiora said this look what? That's foundation. If your foundation is not strong, you won't understand this. You understand this now because you understood the first one. Yeah, so now that I have reduced this, I'm done with the tabletop, right? Now, in order to create the legs now, I'll have to be on my top view, right? We all agreed from the previous class, right? Now, the next question we'll ask ourselves is, where is the leg gonna come out from? So let's mark out a trace where the leg will come out from. We all agree that one leg will come from here, right? Direct me, guys. Where is the next leg gonna come out from? Cool. And also here, right? And lastly, here. So if this be the case, that means we need to cut this part and fix a leg in it, right? Like if we are to be carpenters, that means we need to use saw to give marks here, right? In order to do that in Blender, we're going to use what is called loop cuts. What is known as what? Loop cuts. Now, if you look at here, you see the loop cut here. But I told you that for the class, we'll be using shortcut key. Now, the shortcut key for the loop cut is Control R. So I'll just have to press Control R. Now, if I want to cut vertically, then I'll place my cursor in the horizontal part. Then if I want to cut horizontal, see, Can you see that yellow line? Control R, Control R. So now if I place it here, I can see my cuts. And if I want to increase the amount of the cuts, I just have to scroll my scroll wheel. Now you see I have a lot of cuts, but the only thing I need for now is just 2 cuts. So I'll just have to scroll it once to get it. So once I scroll, I'll click to accept it. Now, if I click to accept it, before I cancel it, before I remove my hand from the mouse, I'll just press S on my keyboard to start scaling it. But now I'm just scaling it the way I don't like. I want to lock it on Y axis. In order to do that, I'll press Y on my keyboard. So you see now it's locked on my Y axis. So I'll scale it and place it somewhere around here. Now I'll repeat the same thing for the other 2 sides. I'll press Ctrl R, scroll 1 point, accept it, press S to scale it. Now guys, which axis should I scale it now? To be sure you're following. X axis. That's lovely. I love that. I love that you guys are following. Now, you see, I have been able to get that part. Now, I want to select this part. Guys, tell me what to do. Which select mode should I be in? I want to select this part that I just cut now. I want to select this square. Yes, I want to select that square. What do I do? Okay. Sparrow, what do I do? Remember in my class, no, there is no wrong answer. So you're very, very free to be very, very free to talk. Just contribute. Don't feel any pressure that maybe. So attempt. I'm listening. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're almost there. What are the three selection mode we said? 1, 2, and 3. 1 is for what? 2 is for what? And 3 is for what? And I said if I want to select this face, what should I do? Exactly. Now you're following. So you can see that is the face. The new face we just created now. Now we have the next challenge. The next challenge is if I should select this face now and I start scaling it, you see, it is not behaving the way I like. So what I need to do is I need to extrude it out. I need to extrude it out. And in order to extrude in Blender, we use the shortcut key E, or we come to this toolbar here and use the extrude. You can see the extrude region, but the shortcut is E. So let's use E. I will hold shift and select all the faces I want to extrude out, which are the legs. So I'll be on my 1 being the front view, and I'll press E on my keyboard and extrude it out. See? Are you guys still following me, or have I lost you? Okay. You know up till this point, right? So the first thing I did was to select all the faces. Now, after selecting all the faces, I said you can either use here, extrude in the toolbar, but that's not what I'm doing now. I'm using shortcut key for your classes. And I said the shortcut key for extrude is E, letter E. So once you press E on your keyboard, the extrusion will start happening. So you just use your mouse to direct it where you want it to go. So once I take it down, you can see I've already gotten my table by doing that. Is anything confusing? Yeah, just extrude it out. Now the next thing again is let me repeat the same thing for the chairs. Now for the chair, this time around, I want you guys to be the one telling me what to do. For the first thing I do is what? Shift A. I get my cube. Then I scale it to this size. Let's move it out here. Now from this point, what do I do next? Go to, no, not scaling now. Go to edit mode from here. Now from my edit mode, I'll do what? Select one face, use my move tool, and move what? Down or up. I don't know if it's clear or confused. Not object mode, edit mode. Uh-huh. Yes, you have to click on a face. So let's say I want to scale this face. I'll select the face, then pull it to where I want. If I want to scale this face, I'll select it, pull it to where I want. If I want this face, I can select it, press I to insert it, press E to extrude it. Press I to insert it, press E to extrude it. Select this, press I, insert it, press E, extrude it. Select this, press I, insert it, press E, extrude it. Use Ctrl R, add a loop cut, bring it here. Select this face by using 3. Press I, insert it, press E, extrude it. Is it looking complex? It's as easy as ABC. It's just inserting, extruding, cutting with loop cuts. When you start playing with it, you will see wonderful things that you'll be able to create. In fact, you create something that I will be like, guys, who even showed you, who taught you guys how to make this? Because it will be very, very wonderful. So, but that's by the way, let's continue with what we are doing. So, Shift A to get me a cube. So, Sparrow, can you tell me what to do next? I've gotten a cube. Cool. That's lovely. I love that. What next? Yes, perfect. Mm-hmm. And right? Okay. So everything we know is still as we know it. The only thing now is in order to move anything, we are just in edit mode. Okay. Now I've gotten to this part to this point. Notice that this table is interrupting me from looking at this chair. If I want to work on only this chair, then maybe come back, I'll press the dash on my keyboard. This dash, is it dash or slash? Slash. That is division sign. Yeah, slash. So if I press on it, then I'm only working on my chair. Now, who can remind me the shortcut for adding a loop cut? Loop cut. Yeah, Control R. And if I want to increase the cuts, what should I do? scroll on my wheel, right? So I scroll to increase. Now, if I want to scale it, I'll press S and scale it along which axis? X. Not really the one of my choice now, because what I want to make is a chair. Yeah, so next, Control R. What do I do next? Scroll to make it 2. Press S. Press S and scale along which axis? No way. Obiora, where are you? Y, correct. You can see the green line is showing you there. So, yeah. Now, what next? What should I do next to select the legs? Face. I go to my face mode by using 3. Then, from the bottom, I select all the 4 faces. Now, Sharon, I keep calling you Sharon. Sparrow, what do I do next? Perfect. So I press E and what? Extrude it downward like this. See? Now, if I want to create the back of the chair, what do I do? I select this face, or if I like, I select all the face, or I can just select 2. Now, if I select 2, what do I do next? I want to create back of the chair where someone can lean on. I'll Thank you. I'll press E to what? Extrude. Now I want to add a cut here. I'll press what? Control R, but I want to be in this mode, in this view, so that I can see what I'm doing. Then I press Control R, place it somewhere here. Control R also, and place it somewhere here. Now, if I do that, the next thing is being on my face mode, I select this face, hold shift, select this other face. Then I'll right click. There is what we call bridge face. I'll click on it. See? Magic. I'll do the same thing again. I'll do it again now so you can see. So if I'm here, I'll make sure I'm on my face mode. I'll select this face, right click and select the next face. So the next thing I'll do is I'll right click. If I right click, you see this option called the bridge face. Bridge faces, can you see it, guys? Once I click it, it does the magic. Now I've succeeded in making my chair. Yeah. So back to my object mode and back to my scene mode. You can see how we have succeeded in creating a table and a chair just using edit mode. I hope, guys, it's not confusing. Exactly. When you practice, you see it's not confusing. Now, for what we have next, which is the modifier. I wouldn't want to go deep in the modifier today so that I don't end up getting you guys confused. But I will just introduce one modifier today. And the modifier I will introduce today is called the array modifier. Array modifier. In order to use the array modifier, you have to click on this icon here, the spanner icon. So if you click on the spanner icon, you can see the add modifier. Before you click on the spanner icon, make sure that your object is selected. So now I've selected my chair. Click on the spanner. Click on add modifier. Now go to... This is the spanner I'm talking about here. Have you seen it? Yeah, this spanner here. So I click on it, click on add modifier, go to generate. then pick array modifier. You notice something? Immediately I clicked on array modifier, my chair became double. It became double. It's the reason why it's double is because my count is in 2. If I click here to hide it, you see what happened. Just watch closely what is happening there. You see? So if I increase my count, now I have 3 chairs. But now the problem is they are all stick together. In order to adjust it, I come to this my offset. And from my offset, I have the X, Y, and Z offset. So the X, Y, and Z offset is telling me where in the word the chair will be placed. So if I adjust the X position, you see, it starts adjusting my chair. So I'll just have to make it to be in point 1, something like this, or point 2. Be in top mode to see what I'm doing. Now, I will just have to shift D, duplicate this chair Y. The last thing I want to show you guys now is on the rotating. If I press R to rotate and I lock it along the Z axis, if I want it to turn the opposite direction, in mathematics, what is the angle I need? And what is the angle I will call it in normal mathematics? Are you lost? Obiora, you got my question. Okay. Okay, now look at what I'm saying, guys. This, you can see this chair, right? I want to rotate this chair along Z axis to be like this. Now the question is, what is that angle? What is that angle according to mass? How do you call that angle? That this thing is rotating along this angle. Along what degree? How many degree? We have 45, we have 90, 360, 180, 270. Along how many degree? Along 180 degree, right? Now let me show you that Blender also keep record of that maths. So if I should press R and I press Z and I press 180, you see it will give me that perfect turn. That was what I wanted to show you guys. So, hmm? RZ. RZ. Z means to lock it on the Z axis. Then I press 180. Yeah. So guys, you can see I've been able to create a nice dining room just with the object mode. Let me create a bed quickly also, then I will now leave you guys to start attempting. In order to make bed, the same thing that you just did, go to edit mode, drag this down, pull this one here, then I can add one loop cut, select this guy here, then use E to extrude it. So as easy as this. What I have in mind to create was bed, but what I finally end up creating is coffin, burial ground. So guys, do you have any questions for me? I'm done. Hello guys, any question? We're about to call it a day. Inserting and loop cut. For the loop cut, You don't have to. See, if I want to cut, if I press Ctrl R, I told you that if you're in this part, it will cut here. If you move it, if you move your mouse to this part, it will cut here. So you just have to move your mouse to any part you want to cut. Just point it to where you want to cut, and that's it. Then you start cutting. Sparrow, you have any question? Okay, and you have your laptop and everything, right? Ready? You said the video is on record, but I usually need my assignment to be submitted the day I finish the class and not the next day. So I want you to attempt and submit today even before anything. Obiora, when am I expecting this classwork? And you guys know the reason why I keep insisting you do it immediately, because it's still fresh in your head. But if you let it slide, you'll forget. Cool? Okay, thank you so much, guys, for your audience. I appreciate. I'll be sharing the video now and dropping the link. Thank you and see you some other time. Bye bye.